And our hope is that you take advantage of it. It's been paid for by the club. It doesn't cost anybody anything. So we encourage everybody to get involved, and you as managers can help with that process too. So, Greg?
Perfect. Thanks, Paul. I won't go into a little bit about my background. We'll just jump right into what you guys have access to, and I'll get into that a little bit better when I guess all the players come in 15 minutes. But this is a College Fit Finder. As managers, you have access to specific things, so that way you can better manage your individual rosters in terms of creating brochures, team accounts, etc. I'm going to walk you through very quickly. If you haven't received your specific username and password, they are up here. I don't know if you can see those or not. And if you have a tablet or if you have a phone, you would be able to log in. But anyway, we have that housed in the account right now, and we'll be able to get the coaches on staff to get that to you. I'm going to actually log into a dummy account right now so I can click around. And if you have any questions on what your specific username and password is, we can make sure to get that to you. I just want to make sure to be able to click around so that way I'm not messing with your live data. So when you log in, once you get that information, that login information, you will log into this specific screen. So what this does here is you can see your individual team roster, has information on all those players here. You have check boxes I'll go over in a second. On the left-hand side, this little widget, you can put in the information on your team account, what league you're playing in. If you wanted to update or add a specific team logo, you can do that as well. So for instance, if you are a part of a specific league or your team won the state championship or something like that, just let us know. We can actually create a custom logo for you. I'll show you why this is important, so that way we're always presenting you guys the best we can in when we send out information or when you send out information to college coaches. So place for guest players, notes, and I'm going to jump into why we're doing this so that way we can kind of backtrack. Every team will get a comprehensive team roster, and every team has a unique URL. So before showcases and things, it's very nice to be able to send this link to all of the 100 coaches that are going to be at your specific event, games. You guys are all going to a specific ID camp, on whatever. You can actually email this information to the college coaches. They can click on any one of the players on your roster, pull up their individual account, look at their highlight videos. You can embed these directly into the program, their athletics, academics, accomplishments. These are the things that players will be entering in, but I just wanted to give you a basic background on why we're actually going to go through each step for you. So, and has anybody created a brochure for their team yet? And I apologize, I wish we would have gotten to you sooner. No, you haven't done it? I wish we would have, but this will create that for you. So, in the past, you would have had to have actually gathered everybody's GPAs, everybody's contact information, everybody's information that college coaches are going to want. Go into Word, go into Photoshop, actually design something that looks nice yourself. Well, this provides uniformity to what the club is actually doing, and all of your information here is housed in a trifold where you can actually automatically print out. You can take it to FedEx office, they can print it, fold it, and when you're on the showcase fields, you'll see all the college coaches on the side of the fields, typically with their hats off, and when you go up to them and you want to hand them that brochure and actually introduce yourself, welcome, appreciate you coming to watch me play, write down the information of which school came to watch, so that way afterward you can give that list to your team. So these 30 coaches came to my first game, these 20 coaches came to our second game, these 15 came to our third, and then the players can actually reach out and contact those coaches afterwards. So this does this all for you, and I'll show you the basic functionality on what you have access to. So when you log in, this is the screen you'll see. If you want to see basic editability functionality, so we've all been in the situation as a manager where at the last second we add one new kid to the team, and we got to quickly get his information in, her information in, right before a showcase. You click on one of these yellow buttons, you can enter in some of their information, their email address. The basic information that that profile is gonna house. Very nice to be able to do that, so that way you don't have a big blank on your beautiful profile that you guys are gonna make. So, you have basic editability functionality, and you can also unselect players from your PDF. So for instance, if two girls go down with a knee injury and they're not playing for 6 months, and you're going to a showcase and you wanted to not include them on this specific brochure, then you can uncheck their specific names. You can add a guest player, simply click a guest player, type in the name, and from within their own program, if a girl from the 15s is guesting on the 16s this weekend, you can simply type in her name, add her to the list, and they'll pop up right here. We're not going to pull her from her specific team. We're just going to add it to your group for the duration of the time we want to keep that player there. You can also add notes. Some coaches, some managers like to just add their upcoming schedule, or if maybe you have a guest player from outside the club that doesn't have an account, you can type in their information here, and if you click this red PDF of selected players, it will add your guest player, take off the kids that you don't want to add to this list, and it will add your notes section right here. So that way, any additional information that you want to give college coaches about maybe when and where you're going to be placing, or anything that they need to know about you as a team, it's all housed right here, along with notes lines in between each player so they can take notes on each kid when they're out there. I would recommend that when you make these brochures, that you use normal standard paper. If you go and get this printed off at like a copy place or FedEx Kinko's, just because when college coaches are on the sidelines, and if you go and get glossy paper and they're writing something on their thigh, very difficult for them to take notes. So I know it looks a lot nicer, but functionality-wise, just let you know from a college coach's perspective, I want to take a quick note on a player, and I can't because my pen won't work, might help a little bit. So you go back here. You can also add your team accomplishments, so any events, tournaments, showcases that you've won. I know some people, if you guys pay attention to the soccer rankings, if you're ranked in the top so-and-so, you can put that there as well. And when you go back to your team account, everything's housed right here in the specific team accomplishments. So, like I mentioned before, every team has a unique URL that you can actually send out to college coaches before the event. And if everybody on the team is doing that, where each kid is sending out information to the attending college coaches, and if you use this, send this out as well. If everybody can do their part before you go to these events, I'm telling you, you're going to have your sidelines littered with college coaches, which is fantastic. If nobody does their part, you maybe have a few coaches that show up, and it's just not going to be as beneficial as you guys are flying around the country going to these events. You want to get as much bang for your buck. So that is the basic information that I needed to share with you guys tonight. But before we move on, I know I talked quickly, so now I can slow down and do you have any questions on this specific information? You will only see information on your individual team, and that is it. Yes?
Do the team accomplishments show up on the PDF?
Not on the paper brochure.
No.
Not on
Well, you
that.
can add it to
But
the
on
section.
it does show up here on the online version. Just when you're working with the PDF, the front and back,
Mhm.
you only have so much space. So
But you could put it in the little note section, I guess?
you could put it in the note section. You definitely could do that. So if you have anything notable that you want to put there, absolutely put it in the note section. That'd be a great replacement for upcoming schedule if you wanted to do that. So.
And then, like we said before, the passwords haven't gone out to the managers yet to get into your team pages. We're going to do this meeting first and then send them out. So I don't know if you wanted to touch base. If they wanted to, I can just end up doing it after tonight. They'll get them all tomorrow.
Yeah, we can probably just download them, and if
Yep.
you wanted to send those out, or if you wanted to come up and take a look at what your information is, then I can help you out as well. I did want to say, I always want to say this, if you have any questions whatsoever, I'll make sure to put some cards out. I'll probably put them somewhere, and just contact me, and we'll make sure to take care of you. So when you're going through Paul or Andy they're just gonna come to us anyway, so we will help you out ASAP. We want families to be using this, we want managers to be using this, we want everybody to be using this, and we understand the importance of getting back to you. So we'll handle all the technical support, we'll handle all of the customer service, and our staff is fantastic with making sure that you guys get what you need. Any other questions?